Hi team. I just finished up doing a video called Facebook posting tips. So if you haven't watched that, please go watch this. This kind of is what to do. So this one is what to do when someone is interested in Plexus. So you've been posting, you've been reaching out to people, you've been telling people about Plexus, and somebody's interested. So now you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So this is just kind of the basics of what to do to get you started on the conversation. So Plexus is all about having a conversation with people, finding out what their health goals are, trying to match what products might help them, teaching them about the products, um, just a conversation. So that's what I want to remind you. When someone reaches out to you or you reach out to someone about Plexus, make it a conversation. Make it all about having a relationship. So that's kind of where I want to start. You want to build a relationship with someone, when they reach out to you about Plexus. You want to ask them what their goals are, ask them what they're struggling with. You might know some, you might not know some. So just make it a relationship. And number one thing I want to tell you is don't what they call puke plexus on someone. I actually have another video called Don't Puke Plexus. So if you haven't watched that, go watch that. But what I mean by that is when someone reaches out to you and says, maybe they comment on one of your posts about energy. Man, I could really use more energy. I want you to reach out to them, but I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to send them, every ingredient in the Slim, a video about Slim, everything it's done for you, and just pages and pages and pages of information. That's what I mean by puking plexus. I don't want you to do that because that's overwhelming and that could scare people off. And I'll tell you, when I first started, I did that. Someone had to tell me not to, so I'm telling you not to. So when someone reaches out to you or comments, let's say once again, they comment, you put a picture of you drinking your Slim drink and you're like, getting my energy for the day. And someone says, man, I could really use that energy, or tell me about this Slim drink. What I want you to do is I want you to send them a message um, that says something like, I would love to tell you more about the Slim drink. Can you tell me what um, your what do you struggle with energy? Is it that you're running out of energy in the afternoon? And then you stop. You want to always end the conversation that you're having back and forth with a question so you can try to engage them. I didn't give them a lot of information. I acknowledged that there was a Slim and it would help with energy, but I'm trying to get a little bit more information from them so I can figure out which direction to go with it. Is it that they need more energy in the afternoon? Is it that they need energy because they work nights? What is it that they're needing so then I can kind of figure out what kind of information to give to them? So don't puke plexus. Start by asking simple questions. I almost always start with asking a question of, I would love to get you more information. Can you tell me what your health goals are? Some people who start Plexus start it for energy, better sleep, weight loss, curb cravings, lower blood sugar, a whole bunch of things. What are your health goals? And then I just stop and I let them answer. And then from there, I can try to recommend, a lot of people really need the triplex. And so then I might say, oh my gosh, all of those I think could really be helped by something called the triplex. Here's a video about it. Watch it. Tell me one thing that sparks your interest. And then I send them a triplex video. Or I might tell them what the three pieces are. The triplex is the Slim, the BioCleanse, and the probiotic. Have you ever heard of a probiotic? Keeping the conversation going, ending in a question. So don't puke plexus when people reach out to you. Okay, so to help you with what to say, because I know that I was very nervous about that, I have kind of compiled a lot of stuff that I've learned through videos, trainings, and there's a couple documents on our team page. One is called the verbiage document, and that has a lot of the verbiage that I use on a lot of conversations I have with people. It's just basic Plexus information. So go and look at that. Feel free to copy and paste it. I copy and paste it all the time. I curtail it to, what kind of questions they're asking. But that has a lot of basic information. It has some videos in there that I send. I have a what is Plexus video, which is great. Just a basic little video. So someone says, what is this Plexus? And I might say, oh, here's a video. Watch it. Tell me something that sparks an interest. Okay, so go look at the verbiage document on our team page. That's a great one to start with. What can I say to people? Um, what else do I have? Um, Testimonies are a great thing. Once you're having a conversation, people start asking about certain things. Find testimonies about Plexus and what it's done. So someone says, I have lots of allergies. Well, I know through my research that I've learned that allergies are linked to gut health, and we know that Plexus helps with gut health. So I plugged you into two testimony pages, or I should have. One like life-changing testimonies and one is journeys testimonies. Go and there's a search bar. And if you don't know how to do this, up in the right-hand corner, there's something that says search and it's an empty box. And you can type in stuff. So I would type in allergies. And that's going to bring me up all kinds of testimonies about people that have had success with allergies and Plexus. Tells you what they use, what has happened. Um, so someone says, well, I have a lot of allergies I'd like help with. I'll go find some testimonies, screenshot them, take a picture of them, and send them a couple and say, hey, I found these. These are just amazing. What do you think of these? Do these sound like you? So I actually, over time, have kind of come up with a database of testimonies, and I suggest that you do this. Like as you're researching and you find stuff for people, save them. Start a folder that has allergy testimonies, that has gut health testimonies. If I have not yet shared my Google Documents with you, please ask me to do that because I have a testimony folder where I have saved a lot of testimonies that I've researched over time, and you can use those. I go back and forth with those. So that's something that you can use in the conversation as testimonies. People, you start getting to where you need to recommend products, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know anything. Okay, so through research that I've done, I've kind of come up with a list of things that work for different ailments. Now, it's not going to cure them. We can't ever say we're going to cure them, but things that seem to work. And so on our team page, there's a document called Supplement Suggestions for Health Concerns. And that's where I have like allergies, triplex, to where I have gallbladder, triplex and X Factor, where I have constipation, BioCleanse and probiotic. Like it tells you different ailments, what products will help with. And I ask though that if you do research on an ailment that's not on there and you find something, let me know so I can add it to it. It's all about not reinventing the wheel. So that is something to help you in the conversation. Let's see. Okay, so people are going to have objections. They might ask you the price, and we'll talk about, how you can talk about that in a minute. And you tell them the price. Oh, I can't afford that. Or, this just isn't the right time. Or they have objections. So there is this approach that I happened upon through a video, and now I found lots of information about it. It's called the Feel, Felt, Found approach. And I use this all the time, and it works. And it specifically works, I use it a lot with the cost objection. So feel, felt, found. So what you do is you acknowledge how they feel. You tell them that either you felt like that or you refer to someone that felt like that. So you're qualifying it. And then what you found with Plexus. So let me give you an example. So let's say, we're talking about, we've been having this conversation, they want to lose weight, they are always tired, they have headaches. And I'm like, I really think the triplex would be good. And I kind of tell them about the different pieces. And we get to the point they're like, okay, how much is it? So I tell them about the 3 ways to buy and, which way would you like to buy? And because I don't send the prices right away, I kind of giving pieces. So I'll say, here's the 3 ways to buy. Which way do you think you'd like to buy? Then they'll tell me. And then I send the prices. And then they say, oh, I don't have that much money. So what I'll say is, because I felt like it was expensive when I started, I'll say, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way when I started. But what I have found is that the benefits outweigh the cost. Or what I have found is, I don't have to go get that iced tea from Sonic every day after school to get me through the night. So I'm saving that money that I really can just use towards paying for my Plexus. So I understand how you feel. I felt that same way too, or I had a friend or another ambassador who felt that way. But what we have found is this, and that really helps with objections. So the feel, felt, found approach. There is a video that I have linked on YouTube. I have some playlists. Um, excuse me, and it's under the I think Plexus business playlist that I have, and it's called da, 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 Overcoming Objections with Plexus: The Feel, Felt, Found Method. I really encourage you to go watch that. That has really, really helped my business, and just in helping the conversation. Um, and then number one is when you're having this conversation, always, always, always end in a question so that you are trying to engage them. Sometimes people won't respond back, so you might have to, respond again. Can you tell me what health goals you're looking to improve? So someone reaches out, you want to have a conversation, you want to not puke Plexus, end in a question, go and look for those documents on our team page. Something that's really important is that you want to come up with something that's called your elevator speech. So this is a 10 to 20 second little blurb of what Plexus is. And this is more for when you're talking to people and people will say, what is this? I've been seeing you post about this Plexus stuff, Dara. What is it? And this is just a short little blurb about what Plexus is, what it's done for you, how you benefited. So here's mine. So someone says, Dara, I've been seeing you post about Plexus. What is this Plexus? So I say, oh my gosh, Plexus is a health and wellness company that focuses on balancing blood sugar, maintaining gut health, and inflammation. I cannot tell you how great this has been in my life. Just amazing. Probably like the second best thing I've ever done besides marrying Kirk. And I stop. So that's just telling them it's a supplement company, a little bit about what it does, and how amazing it is. And then they're like, wow, really? Like, it's that great? I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. I have more energy. I don't want to crash when I get home from school. I'm more regular I've ever been off my energy. Then I'm able to say some specifics, and it's just keeping that conversation going. So come up with your elevator speech. 10 to 20 seconds, just what is Plexus? Have it memorized so you can be able to say it. So that's important for people who are interested, like face to face. Okay, so people are interested. People have started reaching out to you. Maybe you started reaching out to some people could benefit from Plexus. You need to get organized. Get organized early so that as you get more and more people, you don't get overwhelmed. I have a binder, and I don't have it here in front of me, that I use. It's numbered 1 through 31 for every day of the month, and I have sheets for my customers, my ambassadors, and people that are potentials. And I put them on the day that I want to contact. So I open it up today as the second, and I say, oh, I need to contact Sue to follow up with her about her triplex she just ordered. Or I need to contact Barry because he reached out to me last week about the Slim and I haven't heard back from him. Then after I do that, then I move it to, maybe a week from now, I want to contact Sue again and find out how she's doing with her bio cleanse. And I keep moving my contact sheets. So I have a video on this because I found a video on this, and this is totally how I got organized. And it's called Plexus Binder Organization. It's all about my binder. On our team page, you'll find the pieces for that binder that are referenced in that video, but please, please, please get organized. Go watch that. You don't have to use mine exactly, but go watch it and at least start getting organized somehow. The other thing is with people reaching out to you, you need to be able to follow up. You want to be able to contact people. Maybe you think of someone that you know who needs more energy or who has stomach issues. I want you to start being able to contact people, and I want you to follow up. People, may reach out to you, might like a post, you send a message, and you start a little bit of conversation, but it dies down. I want you to follow up with them in a few days. But you need to find a system that works for you. For how are you going to do that? What are you going to use? So I have another video that's called Contacting and Following Up for Plexus. So this is ideas for how to contact people, how to follow up with people. So I've just tried to make several videos of all the information that I've learned. When I first started, I knew nothing. And through watching videos and talking to ambassadors, I've tried to compile all this stuff, and I just want to get it to you guys. So that one's called Contacting and Following Up for Plexus. And all the pieces for that are on the team page. So all these videos I'm referencing are on my YouTube page. So make sure you have followed me and that you go and watch all my videos. that I have uploaded just like this one. So you've been having a conversation, going back and forth, not puking, told them about the price, used to feel felt found, and they're like, okay, I want to order. So you're like, oh my gosh, great, yay! Now what the heck do I do? Okay, so short little spiel about what you need to do. So I did like a screenshot telling people how to order, and you can find that on the team page. But you want to send them directions for how to sign up. I feel that if you have a visual, it's easier for them, easier for me. So you need to get them directions for how to sign up. Whether you want to call them on the phone, you want to make some sort of visual to send to them. Get them signed up. Then you want to send them an email that has their product directions. You want to make sure people know how to take the products. And in that email, you want some just basic information about, drinking your water, die off, how we might have to adjust things, just some basic information. So they've ordered, so you want to send them an email with their directions and with some basic information. I have both of those that you can use if you would like. Go to our team page. I have Plexus directions. It's a spreadsheet, so there's several tabs at the bottom that are how to take different things. So one is how to take the triplex, one's how to take the slim and accelerator, one's how to take the triplex slow, so like if they have like gallbladder issues. I just screenshot the one that I want. I don't send the whole document because I don't want them getting confused. So let's say someone bought the triplex and block. I go to the spreadsheet that's triplex and block, I screenshot that, and I send that to them. And then my new customer email is also on the team page. So I send them that email with a screenshot of their directions after they order. That's what I do. Then I add them to that binder that I said that I made, so I know when to follow up with them. So I make them a sheet, I put it in there, and about 3 days later I follow up with them. That's about how long shipping's taking, 3 or 4 days, and say, hey, did you get your products? Yeah, I did. I'm going to start tomorrow. Okay, in like 3 days I'm going to move it. I'm going to follow up again because I want to keep following up. How are you doing? Are you getting your water in? Do you have any concerns? Want to get that customer care in there. So if you're one of my ambassadors or a customer that went to ambassador, think about how I followed up with you. When you first started, it was every few days. Then it was every week. Then it was every couple weeks. Then every month. So just think about how I did with you and follow up. Just ask people how they're doing, if you can do anything for them. Let's see. I add them to my customer email group. I have like a contact list so that if I get new product information or a new idea for them, I can just shoot a blast out to my customers. And then just pretty much just following up with them. So I send them directions on how to order. I send them an email with basic information and the directions, which can both be found on my team page. Put them in my contact binder, add them to my email group, and then just follow up with them. So someone's interested, you've got them, they're a customer. Now what happens if someone's like, hey, I want to do the wholesale, the ambassador? Okay, well, if they're just starting out, I do all those same things as customers. But there are different graphics you have to send them when they sign up as an ambassador. So make sure that you send them the correct information on how to order. You can find that on our team page, or you can ask me. You just want to make sure you get the right information. So you send them how to order as an ambassador. Do the same stuff as a new customer if they are a new customer. I add them to my ambassador email group because I have one of those, so that I can send out training information and so forth. And then I train them as an ambassador. Some people sign up only as wholesale, and I have some just basic information I send them. Some people sign up wanting to work the business, so I start training them. Watching one of these videos would be that. So on the team page, you can find this document that I'm actually training off of right now. It's called Someone is Interested in Plexus Now What? So you can go download that, kind of use this as your notes to go with that. The only other thing I want to talk about that I had mentioned earlier was pricing. I have a document called How Buy and Pricing, and this talks about the 3 ways to buy. So I said, like, I will send them the 3 different ways to buy. Retail is the most expensive, then preferred, what that means, and then wholesale. And I tell them, I signed up as wholesale for the cheapest price. But I do tell them that retail and preferred have a 60-day money-back guarantee because some people want that. that's fine. Try it, see if it works, and let's upgrade you so we can get you the cheaper price and you can start maybe trying to make some money to get your product for free. Um, and then I also do have a video that I can send out to people that talks about the 3 ways to buy. It's called 3 Ways to Purchase Plexus, so you can look at that to kind of give you an idea, a little bit more detail than just the verbiage on that document. I don't usually send that document or that email, sorry, that video out to people. I usually just tell them, through words. But if they're wanting more information, I might send that out. So I have referenced a lot of things that are on our team page, Pink Wellness. Go look in the file section, download stuff, print it off. And I've referenced several videos. Follow me on YouTube. Go look at all the videos that I've uploaded. And then also look at the playlist that I've made of videos from other ambassadors. That's really going to help you for what to do once someone starts being interested in Plexus. So I'm here for you. I know there's a lot of information in this. Maybe watch it again, download the document about this training from the team page, and ask me questions. But I just kind of wanted all this information here in one place. So let me know if I can do anything for you. Thanks. Bye.